OK。好的，我们继续来玩下我们的 Sherlock Holmes， 我们的 Sherlock， 我们上次解决了这个秘密的古物的暗杀事件之后呢，那我们现在要进入一个新案件了。我们 continue， 声名狼藉。新的事件，第3个事件。
Father, Mr. Orson Wilde is here, and I'm going to stay with Miss Alice.
What?
Did you forget? Orson Wilde, you know, the star of American theatre. And he's visiting and staying with us. You did forget?
No, not that. I meant you wanting to stay with Miss Alice.
Yes, that's right. Miss Alice suggested it. She told me you couldn't possibly refuse.
Why don't you stay with Mrs. Hudson?
Oh, but Miss Caitlin has more in common with Miss Alice, and they get along so well.
Guess what, Mrs. Hudson? Mr. Wilde is here to study my father's character for his next play. And he won't be disappointed, will he? Father is so pig-headed.
I can't believe it! The great Sherlock Holmes standing in front of me! I'm sure that our two brains will...
Brains.
好，我们来电影明星来建立他的人物的资料。什么？他的领带、围巾、时尚潮流，这个美国自豪感，应该是吧？美国人别美国国旗的香烟品牌，福尔摩斯喜欢的品牌。咦？大家来看这个怪怪的，什么？靴子，个性化的靴子，提词，哇，它的胯下这样，好的，有怀表，随身镜，演员的工作，他是个明星啊，所以这个会是什么？想要吸引注意力。这是美国国旗吗？说啊，我把美国背在身上，自豪。他说他是美国人，所以应该是美国自豪感。吸引注意力，我想不要别的更特殊的东西，就是会别坨屎在这种胸前，哇，干嘛那别人掉大便在身上啊？就是奥森王的不到30岁是个戏剧明星，他来到伦敦是研究福尔摩斯。很久以前开始研究，他抽跟福尔摩斯一样的品牌，腌制练时髦，欣赏自己的导演。胸针表示他的美国自豪感。
Mr. Wilde, your room.
Charming. This is such a fascinating city.
We need to talk.
I'd rather not. You're going to be angry again. Goodbye, Mr. Wilde.
他住他女儿房间。
Is it 5 o'clock already? I think I might go and ask Mrs. Hudson for some tea.
发现他的更多讯息，进来房间看。
Wilde truly has a perfect disguise kit. Do actors really need all this? I use the same brushes for makeup.
感觉跟他用一样东西。
This must be grease paint.
粉饼。
Face powder of an excellent quality.
I forgot my hat. Father?
I'm just checking,
You've got something on your face. Is it makeup?
It might be. Practicing my disguises, you know me. No, don't touch that! No!
干西北狼，那破坏工作台啊！
Ah, Mrs. Hudson, with our tea.
好跟鞋。
Not quite. We have a visitor. However, the lady is not so much angry as perplexed.
Good day to you, gentlemen. My name is Mary Sutherland. I have come to you, Mr. Holmes, because I would give everything I have to know what has become of Mr. Hosmer Angel.
Why the haste, Miss Sutherland?
Mr. Hosmer Angel has disappeared, and my father, Mr. Winterbank, will do nothing. It makes me so angry.
我们现在帮他做一下。他鼻子怪怪的，凹痕，戴眼镜，我还有哦，对，眼镜会有这样凹痕。的胸章，昂贵的胸章，他很有钱。对，他看他的身上的布料，戒指，电器，无名指是电婚戒指，鞋子，不同的靴子，没有注意鞋子，就他很紧张，他眼镜也没有戴。 然后近视，然后他穿了不良靴子。
Mr. Windybank is your stepfather, surely, since the name is different?
Indeed, I'd call him father, although he is barely older than myself.
And your mother is alive?
Oh yes, although I wasn't best pleased when she married again, and so soon after father's death, and to a man so much younger than herself.
What is your connection with Mr. Hosmer Angel?
I met him at the gasfitters' ball.
干，这个人一直学他。
Mr. Winterbank did not wish for me and mother to attend. He never did wish us to go anywhere, but this time I was quite set on it. Fortunately, he left for France upon some business, and so didn't have any say in it. And I met Mr. Angel that night. We met again after that and would take walks together. But then father returned, and we could no longer meet.
Why was your stepfather against your going anywhere?
Well, he didn't like anything of that sort. He used to say that a woman should be happy in her own family circle.
Did Mr. Hosmer Angel make no attempt to see you?
Well, father was going off again in a week. And Hosmer wrote and said that it would be better for us not to see each other until father had gone. After that, he stopped writing.
Where does Mr. Angel live?
I don't know exactly. I address all of his letters to the Leadenhall Street Post Office for collection.
Were you engaged?
Oh yes, Mr. Holmes. Right after the first walk that we took.
Do you have your own income?
I do, from an inheritance. It was left to me by my Uncle Ned in Auckland.
Then you have all that you could wish for, naturally.
Well, I live at home and don't wish to be a burden to my family, so they have the use of the money.
Is there anything else that you can tell me about Mr. Angel?
He is a very shy man. He would rather walk with me in the evening, so as to be discreet. I put a missing persons notice in last Saturday's Chronicle. Here's a copy, and a letter from him.
Haha, a love letter. Yes, I see. As I anticipated, this validates my deductions perfectly.
What deductions, Mr.
Mr. Wilde. Holmes, tell her.
先看新闻，我都没看到新闻。 公告一起失踪案，消失。我的自害，我相信我会把一切告诉你。你父亲法国的时候愉快，对吧？放山这个。漂亮。
This is strange. The love letter is typewritten.
哦，那情书用印。
Fairly common ink, nothing special. Good quality paper, quite smooth. I'm waiting for the moment when your stepfather leaves once more. Hosmer Angel decided not to leave his signature. We had a wonderful time together, didn't we, while your father was in France? Miss Sutherland only met with Hosmer Angel while the stepfather was absent. Let's study this letter more closely. There are some letters with typographical defects. Miss Sutherland, do you have any other letters from Mr. Angel?
Unfortunately not. But I've brought my father's letter from Paris. Here it is.
亲爱的玛丽，我说，法国汉字里面，我要其他欺骗里面的人如此。Father.
The stepfather's letter is also typewritten. Quite common paper with a light yellow tint. Fairly common ink, nothing special. Miss Sutherland's stepfather's signature. I hope that you'll be an obedient girl. Take my advice, stay at home. The stepfather is trying to keep the daughter at home. Let's study this letter more closely. There are some letters with typographical defects. Both letters have typographical defects. They merit further attention. This letter has a defect. One more letter with a defect. One more letter with a defect. One more letter with a defect.
他们都同一个字有问题，所以这边的你也有问题。我想你在哪？你。
There's the same letter with the same defect in both instances.
拿什么？人。
Another letter match with the same defects.
拿什么？拿人。惊叹号！惊叹号！惊叹号！
One more letter with a defect. Another letter match with the same defects. So, based on the specific defects, we could say that these letters were composed on the same typewriter.
同一个打字机，同一个打字机，打出两个完全意思不一样的信。
What else can I tell you?
I think this case is fairly obvious, don't you, Mr. Holmes?有机会再。玛丽保持单身，她的家人还没有肯定他们会使用。
You should try to let Mr. Hosmer Angel vanish from your memory, as he has done from your life.
Then you don't think I'll see him again?
I fear not.
Then what has happened to him?
Your stepfather married your mother for her money, and also enjoyed the use of your income. But with your personal advantages, it was clear that you would not remain single for long, even with him keeping you at home. He disguised himself and reappeared as Mr. Hosmer Angel. He brought you as far as the church door and then conveniently slipped away. To bring you to this conclusion in such a dramatic manner that it would leave a permanent impression upon your mind. You have been cruelly tricked, Miss Sutherland.
Oh, Mr. Holmes. No, I can't believe it. But we were engaged. Oh, it's horrible to think about. But thank you for all you have done, Mr. Holmes.
Holmes, you could have been more diplomatic.
讲事实，怎么样？我要公属性。
What is going on?
Mr. Holmes, is everything all right?
Oh my God. Calm down, Toby. Now, let's see what this contains. It's ticking.
干，傻小，他妈是炸弹！
It's ticking.
我要怎么离开？看，选择操作。
I see wires inside. They could be connected to the cover.
好哦，没有是炸弹，电池。
A fancy ticking homemade gift from a secret admirer. I have 2 minutes to defuse it.
尽量电池
A source of electricity for the detonation. There are wires attached to the bell and hammer. When the alarm triggers, the bomb will explode. Aha! This solenoid protects the bomb from being easily diffused. If it loses its power supply, it will close contact between the secondary chain wires and the bomb will explode. A package with explosive material. There are wires going in and out. It's useless to predict how they might be tangled up inside.
不能切电源，电源切就掰了。
A fancy ticking homemade gift from a secret. Aha! This solenoid protects the bomb from being easily diffused. If it loses its power supply, it will close contact between the secondary chain wires and the bomb will explode.
看我要剪什么？不能剪电源，这条线，这条线，这条线，这条线，这条。
A fancy.
剪这个。
Whew.
那他举不到了吧？这两个剪掉了。干！他去没事，因为这两个剪。 驾驶。电池。把它剪掉。拿什么？盖子剪掉。高度掉上来。 条线，还有哪一条线？然后转换掉。
There are wires attached to the bell and hammer. When the alarm triggers, the bomb will explode. A source of electricity for the detonation. Aha! This. If it loses it.
等下时间到，线都剪断了。
What happened?
Just a small bomb.
Somebody wants to kill me? What for?
I don't believe that you were the target.
Who then?
Mr. Holmes, are you all right? I saw the bloke. I tried to catch him, but he escaped.
Can you describe the man?
He was thin, about 5'5", with black hair and a hair lip.
Wiggins, tell us everything you saw.
The fellow was watching your place, so I thought maybe he's a client. But then he took something out of his jacket and threw it, smashing your window. I shouted at him and he took off. I grabbed him by the sleeve, but he wriggled out of his jacket and left it. I'm sorry I didn't catch him, Mr. Holmes.
You did very well, Wiggins. Now, let's take a look at that jacket.
Here it is.
Good job, Wiggins. Here's a penny.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Holmes.
他救我，虽然说他不是救我。
Let's see what's inside.
There could be a hidden message that's been written with some lemon juice.
No, don't touch anything else.
干，修一下被气哦。
There are ink stains on this piece of paper. I could read the text with the help of my analysis table if Wilde hadn't already destroyed it.
一套祝福，祷告主神。哦，茶叶。
A poem. But what does it mean?
This isn't a poem. It's a song called Rally Mohawks. That great moment when America rebelled against England's dominance. Then rally, boys, and hasten on to meet our chiefs at the Green Dragon. And I bet they hoisted a tankard of ale and invented a new nation. Along with deciding if this was the week they got to dump some tea into Yon Harbor.
Why ever did he keep such a song in his pocket?
什么？百味十刀。
JT are the owner's initials. Good job, Toby. Thanks to Wilde, my analysis table has been completely destroyed.
干，什么都没有，什么线索？搜索档案。诗歌意思。
Here it is. That's all I can do for now. Let's try and get a few hours of sleep.
How can you sleep when there's someone trying to kill me? How selfish.
干，这个人坐在这里，然后一个白痴。该像对我最的爱情，该像飞飞机的狂行。 OK， 第二天早上，让我们换件衣服，换件帅气的衣服。便装，戴上Sherlock，戴上帽子，当侦探喽。
He's so funny.
怎样？
Did you sleep well, Kate?
Very well, thank you, Father.
Is that Wilde? Whatever is he doing now?
He's transforming you into a legend.
Oh, silly man. Kate, what's the matter?
Well, I just came by to tell you that I'm going to the zoo with Alice. We'll be having lunch in town.
The zoo? What on earth for?
Perhaps because it is my birthday today?
Fooled you, didn't I? Of course I remembered. Here's some spending money. Go and enjoy your special day.
All right. I'll go then.
Kate.
You never do anything right.
All right. Come here.
I've had enough of you not caring about me.
I do care. I've just had a difficult night.
Yes, Alice told me about the bomb, but you wouldn't.
Kate, I only want to protect you.
You don't understand anything. I wish Alice would adopt me.
Don't be ridiculous.
I don't know why my parents entrusted me to you. Did they really know you?
Kate, come back.
女儿真的不好教。
Damn it. Such a waste. This Alice, I have an odd sense about her. It's as if she's playing with Kate's feelings. This would be a good opportunity to investigate Alice's flat while they're absent. And anyway, it'd be better to visit the Green Dragon Tavern during the evening.
Hmm? 你不能理解我们为什么这么做。然后第一件事跟第二件事情。分。 什么东西？没有。
Mrs. Hudson is not at home.
哦，这是他的什么名字？
Force is not an option. I should find another way inside Alice's flat. A back room.
我想办法。
Force is not an option. I should find another way inside Alice's flat. Better not go outside. The journalists would notice me.
我怎么办？这里。不能啊。有什么方法？大家又不能跳出去。 这门恐怕有啊！我知道。I'm so smart。你现在可以马上用几个哦，可以用多一点。 4。
There's no space for this lockpick.
3跟4，3。
Alice has recently used this.
她工作可能是帮别人裁缝。
It appears that Alice sleeps in this armchair, as uncomfortable as that must be.
信封。
Alice prepared a gift for Kate. She remembered her birthday. Well, women are good at that sort of thing. It has no smell. It has a bitter taste. No smell, bitter taste. It's a tincture of barbiturate. A soothing drug to aid sleep.
Swing.
It looks as though Alice has not slept here for a long time. A phonograph cylinder. Alice's childhood was spent with her aunt, until the aunt's death. Alice was unhappy with all of her adopted families. She's spying on me. Sarah de Bouvier is Alice's mother. Strange taste in literature. Her full name is Alice Floella Hamilton. Alice used her mother's name to lease the flat. Kate probably sleeps here.
Shut tight. 找到用途。
This lock is quite new. Oh my god. The wheelchair is the same as the one in the photograph above. Louis Napoleon Bonaparte. My word, look at the setup. Alice practices spiritualism. Charles Darwin, English naturalist and geologist. Abraham Lincoln. It's my distant ancestor, Horace Verne. William Hamilton. But I know him. He was a bandit who I arrested 20 years ago. Alice knows about Zacharias Greystoke, the victim from the bowling club. I solved that crime.
Daddy, talk to me, please. Don't leave me alone, Daddy. Oh, no.
Alice is talking with her father, William Hamilton. I finished here, time to go.
逮捕他父亲的这个事实。1880，是的。
Here it is. I cannot proceed dressed like that.
耳部，穿着耳部，装着拍狼，水手，流氓，然后把自己装成拍狼，破坏了。这样很坏，很坏，这样很坏吧？可以吧？很坏了吧？很坏。自己乔装人拍狼，看你。
I have to be careful in this den of iniquity.
青楼酒店。
Come on, Bobby, push back!
Hey, you, shut up!
Well done, Tuppence on Adam!
I put a penny on Adam Wood.
青楼。
I should be quiet so that I can listen to what people are saying.
Let's celebrate.
There's no one to eavesdrop on from here.
Bottoms up.
Sod off.
I need a refill.
Focus.
Good beer. Strong.
只要讲喝酒。
Perhaps I should try it. There's no one to eavesdrop on from here.
Let's celebrate.
I can hear nothing from here.
听不到。
The attack on Holmes failed.
Interesting. They have some kind of pass for getting inside.
Cheers!
Bottoms up.
Hey, this is my table.
There's no one to eavesdrop on.
I need a refill.
Let's celebrate.
Get out of here!
There's no one to eavesdrop on from here. There's no one to eavesdrop on.
Bottoms up.
Want a beer?
Scotland Yard dogs. Let's celebrate.
I've lost touch. Damn poker.
There's an illegal gambling den here.
I drink to forget that I drink. Bottoms up.
Scotland Yard dogs.
Cheers!
Bottoms up.
Want a... I need a refill.
Let's celebrate.
There's no one to eavesdrop on from here.
不听我。
I need a refill.
Let's celebrate. Let's celebrate.
Cheers!
The man with the airlip. He was afraid. He ran upstairs.
I need a refill.
be my attacker, I should find a way
I
to
need a
go
refill.
Let's celebrate.
I drink to forget that I drink.
Hey, what are you looking for? Get lost.
Want a beer? To forget that I drink.
Pour me a double. I'm going outside for a cigarette.
给我加倍出去开会。
He has a pass. I could steal it to gain entry.
很怕他们紧张。 哇，好厉害！
Let's celebrate.
Sure.
You can get in.
Bottoms up.
看，上面这么好，哟，兔唇男子。
Is the boss at his place?
Yeah, he's waiting for you.
A man. I should find a way to follow him. Let's celebrate.
Cheers.
Bottoms up.
I need a refill.
Let's celebrate.
Luck is on my side.
Bid up for a shilling.
All in. The door to the gambling room is there. It's not a gambling room, so get out of here. Luck is on my side.
Bid up for a shilling.
All in.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? That's private. Gamble or get out.
Fools get snappy. Think faster.
I have to get across to the other side. Perhaps from there I can reach the guarded area. I have to create a diversion that will move the guard away from the door.
Fools get snappy. Think faster. Luck is on my side.
A well cared for hat. They allow knives here.
It's my lucky day. Fools get snappy.
He uses the extra cards to cheat. A button for a mechanism. He uses a mirror to look at the cards during the deal. This is a holdout that deals extra cards. The rope leads from one sleeve to the other. If the rope's cut, it'll release the hidden cards and expose his trick. That's what I'll need to do for the diversion, then I can get outside.
Fools get snappy. Think faster. Luck is on my side. You loser. All in. I can smell the money. What are you looking at?
Bid out for a shilling.
Like you're snappy.
You loser. Yeah, I'm gonna win.
Like it's on my side.
Bid out for a shilling.
All in. Ah, it's my lucky day. Like you're snappy.
Think faster.
Like it's on my side.
You loser.
All in. I can smell the money. What are you looking at?
Bid out for a shilling.
Like you're snappy.
I have to try and go around.
You take that. Bad boy.
Those must be the windows of the guarded rooms. The man from the gambling room is the same card-cheating accessory. Clever invention for hiding gambling items in the event of a police raid. The hammer. Jack Cole, I remember him from the raid 3 years ago. doesn't look like a key from an ordinary door. They only left this room recently.
调查完都不会无归远去，这样就很容易被发现的。衣服。
A crack. There might be something behind the cupboard. Damn it, I'm late. Left. It's evident that all of these items were stolen by Jack Cole's gang. It's the suitcase belonging to that fellow with the hair lip. No doubt these things were stolen. Our man. Most likely with his family. Our man. After moving into our new home. This fellow pawned his belongings. He must be in great need of money. Butler's pawn shop on Lambeth Street. He apparently lives near this pawn shop. What's going on in there? Need to save Orson and quickly. I should help Wilde before he's killed. I should help Wilde before he's killed. Holmes! You sneaky bastard, I'll kill you! Holmes! You sneaky bastard, I'll kill you! Holmes! You sneaky bastard, I'll kill you! You bastard, I'll kill you! Holmes! You sneaky bastard, I'll kill you!
拿什么都一样啊！我刚拿起来我也被打死啊！为什么
Holmes, you sneaky bastard! I'll kill you!
所以我开始拿酒瓶是错的，然后我要打架结束了。干，我是死啊！多死的嘿！那我没有其他选择了。
Holmes, you sneaky bastard! I'll kill you!
我不能拿酒瓶，不应拿酒瓶丢那个枪手。是这样子。那我是拿酒瓶，被锤拳。哦，傻小。
Holmes, you sneaky bastard! I'll kill you!
他掉了。
Holmes, you sneaky bastard! I'll kill you!
他有其他的选择。 他有其他的选择，他推到其他的选择。
Holmes, you sneaky bastard! I'll kill you! ！Holmes, you sneaky bastard! I'll kill you!
拿了一些线索，我们看一下。记者跟这是真的。这个兔村暗杀未遂，说对人去见杰克后。
Who are you?
You are Alice, yeah? Listen, Holmes suspects something.
What are you talking about?
You must be more discreet. Your little game with his daughter.
No! Too soft, Holmes.
But you are Mr. Holmes. Why on earth?
You see, she recognized you. I expected it. You must live the character. You see...
Now you go upstairs right away or I will drive you back to that pub, understood?
And there you are, you've got it. All right. But seriously, you should take acting classes.
I know that you came here to avenge your father. You moved into my building, you've spied on me, and now you prepare your revenge through my own daughter.
Don't be such a fool. I adore your daughter. You see conspiracies in everything.
I have good reason to. Perhaps you forget what I do for a living.
How I pity you. You mistake sincerity for dishonesty.
Do you dare tell me that your presence here is accidental?
Obviously not. When the opportunity arose for me to meet you, then I came, but not with hatred, rather more with fascination. I had hoped to learn something about my father from you. Some answers as to my identity. When, strangely enough, I find that you yourself are a riddle, even to your own daughter.
You shouldn't have involved my daughter in your sick problems. You're only confusing her.
It's over. She doesn't know it yet, but I'll be leaving soon. I've finished my business here, and you will never hear from me again.
Good. But you better speak to me directly. No being furtive.
I had no idea that you could show such a high level of indulgence towards the children of criminals. I'm going. Please, I beg you, do not spoil my last moments with Caitlin.
现在故事简讯超难懂，找到吐出来那个简资讯，然后在什么鬼地方吗？去找。报道，1892年，扣。
Here it is.
博士街是哪里？
Good day to you, Mr. Holmes. Mr. Holmes, you're still alive.
I can tell that that displeases you.
Oh, a faulty deduction for once.
Due to the attempt made on my life, I would like you to apprehend Jack Cole.
All right, Mr. Holmes, we'll apprehend him immediately.
Inspector, the suspect has been apprehended.
There you are. He's all yours. No need to thank me. How can I help you, Mr. Holmes?
Please, escort this suspect for interrogation. So, Jack the Hammer Cole, we meet again.
Why am I here?
Don't pretend that you don't know. You're a suspect in the case of an attempt made on my life.
Rubbish. Just like the old days, eh? Arresting me on suspicion. You've got nothing.
Oh, no? How about the revenge for the trouble that I brought to your gang? And also your brother.
Don't you dare mention my brother.
先看他的头上有疤痕。项链，大链条啊，过。刺青，想到的刺青，戒指。故共济会，应该是古文字典吧？跟共济会有什么关系？共济会不是那个什么眼睛的拳击商？他就说拳击商，应该是哪家？奇怪，是拳击商，拳击商就是算打架，干不准确。shit。其实对的，可能换一个。
Your brother was hurt. It was a regrettable accident. He was in the wrong place at the wrong time. I can hardly be blamed for that.
What? You bastard. You're the one responsible for him becoming a cripple. He was innocent. An accident, you say? Oh, I can't wait for the moment that you get whacked proper.
Quod erat demonstrare.
That's your proof. If I wanted to kill you, you'd be dead already.
Do you know what happened at Baker Street that night?
I do know, but I had nothing to do with it.
And where were you at the time?
I was at my tavern all night long.
I see. I went to your place and I saw a man with a hair lip arriving to meet with you. What business do you have with him?
Business? He's a regular customer, that's all.
And what about the suitcase that your regular customer brought to you?
What? What are you talking about?
Why, the suitcase full of stolen silverware that I found in your secret room?
What? How? You searched my room. It's not stolen. I often buy a lot of different things and sell them on after. It's all legal.
Oh. Oh, I believe you.
What's the reason for my... Mr. Holmes?
Personalized thuggery. How novel. Expensive cigarettes.
What's the reason for my arrest? This is an... Mr. Holmes?
How can I help you, Mr. Holmes?
Our suspect with his family near their house.
门正上方有个灯。这个。
Good day to you, madam.
Good day, sir.
I'm here to see your son.
Jeremiah? He's not at home now.
Might I ask you a few questions about him? Perhaps we could speak inside.
I don't know who you are, sir, but I'll have to ask you to leave right away.
She won't speak with a stranger.
那我找地方进去。被迫接221B。 先往这边弄，先回去。